One of the countries that has been squashing crypto and telling their people no crypto for you is India, which is a shame because there are millions and millions and millions and millions of people in India, and they are the people who actually need the freedom, the liberty, what crypto brings to their lives. But it sounds like the tune might be changing in India. And we have a guest with us today who is boots on the ground there. Nobody knows India better. He's a doctor. His name is Dr. Ayush Gaur. He's 23 years old. He's a frontline corona worker in India, and he's the founder and owner of DaVinciStore.art. He knows a lot about the cryptos, maybe some of it from listening to this show, and he's here with us today. Ayush, welcome to Bad Crypto.
Hey, Joel and Treves.
Love it.
So, Treves, before I start, I would like to see how our journey went. We started from sugardaddy.com as mutuals, right? And you have a big following on sugardaddy.com, right? And you have more
only Ukrainian women.
And Russian and Ukrainian women are very favored in India as well. So, and there is where I realized that you are such a good digital marketer. Yet you have convinced people that you are the greatest daddy out there. And I also applied for a job, but sadly we didn't match.
Well, we got ourselves an Indian stand-up comic over here today, folks, right, who happens to be a doctor somehow.
Yeah, you are King Daddy, Travis. So
That's true.
He's kind of right about that.
Daddy's right.
Nice.
Well, we're glad you have a sense of humor because you're in the right place. Hey, why don't you share a little bit with the audience what you told us before we hit the record button, that, you know, how you encountered crypto, this show, and how you even ended up here today.
Okay. So 3 years ago, I was studying about crypto for the first time. I was just 20 years old. I was listening to this podcast in 2017, one of the first few episodes. And Indian government banned cryptocurrency because they thought, cryptocurrencies were for terrorists and for drug lords. But Travis is here. So partly it could be for that use as well. But for the 3 years, they banned crypto. And now things have changed. Things have started changing. India has more than 15 million crypto investors right now. And they are growing. They are growing on daily basis. When we first emailed, they were 10 million crypto investors, and it's just been 7 days, I guess. And we have 15 million crypto investors. And we need shows like you, shows that could just not ramp up us about the knowledge, just not bombard us with the knowledge, and just make it sound very convincing why crypto is a revolution that India needs. India has 66% of people who live below $2 per day. And we want rights to be decentralized. We want our laws to be decentralized. We want our government to listen to people. And this is why blockchain is needed. This is why people with your amount of knowledge are needed. People who could understand crypto, people who could teach people crypto. India has more than 1.3 billion people. And just two of you could make a lot of change. And yes, Indian government is realizing that how important is blockchain, how important is cryptocurrency, and things are changing on a daily basis. It's a dynamic thing in India. So that is all.
You know, I think whenever that happened, whenever India banned crypto originally, it really kind of blew my mind because, you know, India has some of the brightest tech, universities in the world. And some of the folks that are coming out of India are some of the brightest folks in IT. And so, it just seemed to me that maybe the government didn't have those intelligent IT people working in the government or something. They just didn't understand Bitcoin. What is your thoughts on that? Why do you think were they just scared of it? Did they not have any good strategists in the government to consult with them about cryptocurrency? Because there's so much intelligence around IT in India. It just blew my mind that they tried to ban it.
See, India on first hand is a generalist country. What is a generalist? We don't make people from IT make our IT policies. We have people who have been working in public administration, who have been making the policies for our country. And that is a very sad affair for our country. But with the time, the government is changing. Government wants to make better policies. And for that, they have constituted new committees now. And yes, you can talk about Suran Pichai. You can talk about way a lot of entrepreneurs. Like 23% of startups in Silicon Valley are started by Indians. So yes, India has a huge IT background, and we are realizing how big a revolution is. We lost the AI revolution. We couldn't jump in when the seed was still sowing. And yes, we won't miss this opportunity. Blockchain is a revolution for our country. So yes, we will jump in on it, and the government is working on it. And yes, we are coming. We are coming after you guys, and we will be way better than China on this one.
Well, we've been covering in our news from time to time the fact that India has talked about banning cryptos. In fact, there was a story here on gizchina.com. It sounds like Jizz China.
That's what it is. Jizz all over it.
Yeah, from April 18th of 2021, and time stamping this interview, it's just a month later, 5/20/2021, when we're recording this. And the headline is India to ban cryptocurrencies and impose fines on transactions or holders. But you're telling me that a month later, they're already changing their position on this?
Yes, absolutely. A month. See, there were news, there were reports that India might think about banning cryptocurrency even in January and February. But now Nirmala Sitharaman, the finance minister, has said that crypto, rather than being seen as a legal tender, a currency, we will consider it as a financial asset, and that could be traded. So, and we are focusing on blockchain more than cryptocurrency, and hence things are changing. People are realizing, and when you have like 15 million investors, right, you cannot just outrightly ban something. You can ban 100 people, you can ban 10,000 people, and India has done that. It has banned a lot of things which have a low social base out here. But with 15 million investors, even for India, that is a huge number. And with 50 million investors, that would be uh, a behemoth of a population, and you can not just outrightly ban something. So yes, India is changing, and
There,
we support. Yes.
there are 7.5 billion people in the world. India has 18.5% of the world's population. That's mind-blowing to me. That is.
Is it because of all that Karma Sutra going on over there? Like how you having lots of kids or what?
So yeah, the Kama Sutra talks about passion, sex. Yeah, and it is a hot topic in India, but you cannot discuss it. You would be considered anti-national. So be careful about that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like historic for you guys, though, right?
Yes, it's a very important piece of art, as well as a very important piece of scripture in India. But yes, it is something looked upon. See, I don't know how, I don't understand how we got to this huge of a population when we shun sex education. We just hated discussing with our kids. Like, you cannot tell your father, yes, can you buy me a condom? What did you just say? Condom? So yeah, sex education is not.
Oh, they got some condemnation over there if you ask for a condom.
Oh my gosh, no.
Oh,
You did
bro.
not.
You've been condemned. You don't get condom.
Wow.
And I guess this is the condemnation that is causing the population explosion in India.
Yeah, well, I guess that's what prohibition will do to you in a sense, right? Don't talk about it. Keep it under the covers, so to speak, and stuff's gonna go on just the same. Well, we want to give a welcome to all of our friends in India, like yourself, that have been listening to the show, and welcome you to the Republic of Bad Cryptopia, a nation that knows no boundaries. Actually has no boundaries, as you could tell from the things we talk about right here on the show, and anything we can do to help spread the good news of how blockchain and crypto can empower people is definitely on our radar. And one of the topics that you enjoy talking about is how crypto and blockchain can empower women. So let's talk a little bit about what that looks like in India as far as the gender gap and in women being able to have all of the same type of opportunities as men.
See, India, you could consider India into an urban and a rural India. And most of the India right now is rural. And the gender gap is huge in India. We are gender gap index, we are like the highest countries right now. We have a huge gender gap. And the workforce, the labor participation rate, which is called here, the female workforce, has been declining for the longest time. But with crypto, with blockchain, with decentralization, we will empower women. Like I'll tell you a report right now. In India, 1400% rise, which is 14 times rise, has been seen in crypto investors, which are women. First of all. Second of all, it will lead to more financial literacy. It will lead to more financial inclusion. It will lead to what is called a women empowerment through finance. Now, why is finance important for Indian women? What is the problem in India is that men control the household, men control the finance, men control the money. And whosoever controls the money controls the household, controls the state, controls the nation. This is not just about a household. This is about a nation. This is about the whole world. US is so powerful because they have the strongest financial systems, although not right now. They are in a bad shape right now. The things are bad, but this is what happens, right? So when you empower women, when you give them an opportunity to trade, when you give them an opportunity to listen to people, and when they interact, they form self-help groups, they form it gives them opportunities, and not just women, it gives opportunities to their children, their kids, who can aspire towards better healthcare, better education and everything. So yes, women empowerment will be something that is on the lines, and blockchain can help in that. See, Rousseau in 1762 said that man is born free but is in chains everywhere. This is the condition of Indian women. See, first we have a huge gender gap, not only in financial statuses, but even in the population. We have a low sex ratio. And why? Because we as soon as a girl is born, she has to convince the people that she is allowed to live. India is in that state right now. So yes, blockchain is very important for women empowerment as well.
It's so key. I have some really good friends in India. One dude that I've known for a long time, Mohit Maheshwari. He runs a big agency outside of New Delhi, and a great dude. Known him for a long time, and had lots of conversations with him about some of the stuff that's going in there. And it's interesting. He invited me to his wedding, but I wasn't able to go. But the weddings over there last for like a week or something, don't they? There's like this huge festival, and like it's just amazing. I was sad that I actually didn't get to go. But in India, don't they still have arranged marriages in some cases?
Yeah, 60% of cases. If you say 60% is some cases, that's absolutely some. But
60%. Wow.
yeah, so I would be getting married within a year or two with my parents selecting a bride for me. I won't be meeting her, obviously, because that is what is to be told. And yes, we will match the names. If the names match, we are the perfect match. And I tell them that even Bill Gates is getting divorced, right? How could two names match your whole destiny? But they're like, shut the fuck up. You know nothing. We have been here for 3,000 years and we have been doing this. So this is what is right.
Do you
Yeah,
have is there any say, do you like, okay, well, I'd like her to be maybe this tall and, this type of shape, and maybe she likes these things,
Yeah.
or do you not get to put requests in? Is it just STFU? We're going to pick her, and what you get's what you get.
no, we do have choices, but those choices are in porn sites, and we can put what shapes we like, what things we like, not
I
in
like the
marriages.
padunkadunk. Could you hook me up with hey, Dad, when you're picking my wife, I want a padunkadunk, like padal, and I need some booty up in there. Like, hook me up, Dad.
Yeah, I would love
Like,
to do that.
he's like,
But
shut up, Ayush. I will get you flat-chested woman.
so I'm coming to US after that. That's
There will be no boobies for you, Ayush. You will take the
3,000
boobies.
years, no boobies for you.
you have had your fun, right? You have still a lot of women. Now there's no breast for you.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, we hope that works out wonderful for you. You know, if it's worked out good for thousands of years, then maybe it's going to work out good for you as well. So you've also gone down this NFT rabbit hole, and you run a site called davincistore.art. And there's some Kama Sutra stuff here on the site. I thought that you weren't supposed to like be public about this.
Yeah, so I haven't told my parents about the site. I have not told them about NFTs, obviously.
Do they listen to this podcast?
Yeah, definitely they will. They're just
So
standing outside.
So this is where they're going to find out about NFTs and what you're doing. This is like you're outing yourself
Oh no.
to your parents, your family, your community, your country. Is somebody going to come knocking on your door and arrest you in a minute here?
You won't see. I'll tell you something. There are like 50 people standing right outside my door right now. Not because they are interested in crypto or they are interested in blockchain or they remotely even know you. All right, they just know there are two Americans talking to an Indian over a video chat, and they don't even need a technical support. Why are they talking? For them.
Well, I want you to, so we're actually recording video right now, and I want you to go open the door and bring them in so we could wave to them. I want to see them.
So 120. See, there are 120,000 people in every square per kilometer in India. If they come outside, this interview is doomed. This podcast would be doomed.
Well, at the end, we'll bring some people in. I want to see your community.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure,
that would be great.
And the best thing about this podcast, if my parents are listening to it, yeah, I don't want flat-chested women. That is not my type. Please.
Are they going to be offended that we use an Indian accent when we're talking like this? Are they going to be okay that we are using this a little bit, because we do that on the show. We use all the accents. Sometimes we use the more Eastern European accent. And sometimes we talk like the Italians, and sometimes we are the Frenchmen.
Yeah. So India is obsessed about French, and if you would be talking in a little French accent, I would be a hit in this country for like over a year, because I was talking to French guys, according to them. They don't understand the language at all. It's just the accents that matter.
Well, we got off the rails here a little bit because that's kind of how we go. But tell us about the NFTs. So you've gone down the NFT rabbit hole, and you're creating some NFTs based on the Kama Sutra, which is why I brought it up earlier. So tell us about it, and which one is the most highly coveted NFT of that position or the NFT card thing?
Okay. So see, sex education is a problem in India. Nobody is educated about sex. And this scripture, Kama Sutra, has been a part of Indian culture for more than 700 years, more than 700 years. And it was a British person, Robert Burton, I guess. And he was visiting this prostitution center in Bombay. And he heard about this particular book, that it has a lot of positions, it has a lot of chapters, and it has particularly a chapter how to steal somebody else's wife as well. It's part 7. So what I'm trying to do, I am trying to immortalize this knowledge via blockchain. What I'm trying to do, that people can understand what Kama Sutra is, what sex is, what passion is, what love is. And it's not about arranged marriages. It is not about just picking a bride for somebody out of thin air. It is about how to connect with people, how beautiful everything is, like how passionate people get when they are thinking about their loved ones. And this is what I'm trying to immortalize. And these what is the process of creating this NFT? We read about those positions, we mark them as the amount of penetration there is, what sites are stimulated, how difficult the position is, what is the complexity of the position, who is in the highest activity level, the women is active or the men is active, and everything. And then we make a card out of it, and then we give a description. And the best card is world at world. And I am telling you, Travis, just try this position. It will change your life. It will
Right
change.
now?
Yeah, why not?
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Travis, assume the position.
I'll be right back. Oh, whoa. Oh, God. Well, I don't know. I'm not limber enough.
Oh, was it a goat moaning there?
I need to do maybe yoga first.
Yeah, a lot of yoga, I guess.
Okay, so what? Yeah, go on, please.
Yeah, so there are some positions which are extremely difficult, but I guess with practice maketh a man perfect, right? So Travis, do yoga a bit in the morning, in the evening, 2 times a day, right? And then try these positions. And the daddy that you are, you would just experience better things with it, right? The great daddy.
Wow, so this got this 23-year-old dude over here teaching us about sex when they have no sex education in India. So I'm curious, if your parents are listening to the show, how did you become so educated?
Yeah, it's called trial and error.
And how were you a doctor at 23?
So in India, there's this exam called NEET, and I qualified it when I was 17 years old. And yes, I am an MBBS doctor. I have been working for Corona for like past 1 year. And now I'm preparing for my post-grad exams. I want to be an orthopedic surgeon, that is a surgeon for bones. And I guess Travis would be needing it after doing all these positions. There are more than 425 of them.
425 different positions?
Yeah, so let's talk about it after 1.5 years and how you have changed.
Wow, that sounds great. That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, but with your stamina out there, I don't think it's a lot of work. You can start with 15 to 20 positions a day.
Okay.
Well, get you a checklist, Travis.
That's true. That's why it sounds like there should be like no divorce in India, because the women should be satisfied all the time. There's 425 positions.
Yeah, so
I only know like about 20.
So India is still a patriarchal society, hence the divorce rates are low, because even if a man doesn't satisfy a woman, they have nowhere to leave. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's a case.
Yeah, well, the Kama Sutra was named after me. It's the Joel Kama Sutra.
Oh, geez. Nice.
Yeah. Sure. Hey, if you can throw the bad jokes out there, so can I. So are people shopping now? Are they buying NFTs from DaVinciStore.art, or are you just getting started with this? I want to know, how it's going and what some of your goals are for, bringing NFTs to the Indian market.
So NFT is a pretty new field for India. See, crypto is a new field for India. Blockchain is a new field for India. But there are a lot of collectors who are venturing in this field right now. And as a marketplace, there would be a few more marketplaces in a week's or a 2 weeks time. And yes, India has been an avid art collector for the longest period of time. And a lot of our art was stolen and is displayed all over in the museums around the world. So yes, we are bringing this new revolution in the art as well. See, India was one of the art and heritage capitals for the longest time. We have a history of 3,000 years. And you guys are just 150 years old, right? And we have this culture which has been there for 3,000 years. But the culture degraded and decayed after the colonization period. And to bring a better, a society only progresses when it has a good sense of art, because art is something which comes with progress. Savages don't understand art, and I've seen savages asking that, why are you paying so much for JPEGs? And that is crypto savages, right?
Coming soon, the Bad podcast featuring Ayush Gaur. Okay, you have designed with our permission. You were very polite and said, "Can we use your likeness and create an NFT that we could release in India. I don't know exactly how we're going to release this. We might release it to our audience. You tell me what you want to do. For those of you watching the video, and for those of you that want to see the show notes, go to the show notes for this interview. The image will be there. But for those of you watching the video, I am about to debut the NFT that he has created with many traditional Indian elements and Rufus. So why don't you just
wow.
Yeah.
Joel's a demon.
Yeah.
That's nice. And then
I'm a speed demon.
Look at that. That's great. And then I'm like some jolly dude with a super mega mustache and this interesting headpiece. Describe what is this headpiece thing?
Okay. So I'll start with Travis. So this mustache is a representation of pride in India. A lot of kings used to have it. A lot of kings used to pride their mustaches. And if a mustache is shaved away, you have nothing left to be proud of. Apart from that, that is a crown, because obviously you are like King Daddy. So that is your crown. That is the
Very
crown
nice.
which signifies how big of a following you have, right? And then let's talk about Rufus. So yes, I have seen a few pictures of Rufus, and he was very enticing. And with that goggles of his, I thought, why not? He's like an important part of the community, and he'll be calling shots on crypto after an year or two after living with you guys.
Yeah, he likes Dogecoin, of course. Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
what's with me? Why have I got demon horns and a forked tongue and this little bit of like, I don't know, what is that running down my forehead? What's
That's
happening?
blood. You are an elite demon.
What is going
No,
on here?
that. So basically, see, you are like good and bad. You are like yin and yang, evil and good, right? And everything is relativistic, right? In India, there's this Advaita, which is Vedanta, right? There's this philosophy that nothing is purely good, nothing is purely wrong. Everything is a combination of two. So you in this piece of art, you are the part which is more energetic. You are the part which derives its power from the negativity, right? You drive things from negativity to positivity, while Travis is just jolly and fat.
Nice. I'm jolly and fat.
You're
and you're
Santa
the good
Claus.
yin and yang.
You're,
Nice.
you're Santa.
Wow.
You're Santa. Travis is bringing gifts, and what is Rufus is just bringing cool vibes with his doggles.
Yeah, obviously,
And
Rufus.
you're just on the side smirking at the whole damn thing, like, look at what I did to you guys.
Right.
So you started the podcast with saying that, yeah, I might be proven as a fool, right? And that is me being a fool right there.
So what are we going to do with this? Were you hoping to put this on DaVinci? Do you want us to mint this on wax and make it available to our audience? You tell us. You created it.
So what I was thinking about is we will divide it into equal 4 parts. Travis will go to Travis, and Joel will go to Joel. Rufus would go to me, and me would go to somebody I don't know. So yeah, we will be framing it. We would be dividing it into equal 4 parts, and we will be delivering it to the person who gets it.
Well, what
So you
about?
can
I mean, what about the whole thing as an NFT, just like we're looking at it now?
Yeah, sure. You can mint it as an NFT. I will transfer you the copyrights. I personally do transfer you the copyrights of this artwork, and it's yours. Do
Oh, well, in
whatever
that
you
case,
want to do it.
Travis, should we just give it away on this episode?
Let's do, because if they've tuned into this one and listened the whole way, and they've heard how we've kind of gone off the rails, and then this is the cherry on top with Fat Jolly Travis and Demon Joel.
I'm not demon. I'm yin and yang.
Oh, you're yin and yang. You do good stuff and you do bad podcasts.
Yeah, something like that. All right. So here's what you guys are going to do. This is going to be available to claim for free for how many people should we say, Travis? The first X number.
Is there a special number for India that we should do? Like, what's a good luck number?
So we have 1.8 crore gods out here, which is more like 0.8 billion. So no, a number we should choose is at least 999. What do you think of
Okay.
that?
I think $9.99 is good. And I think, Travis, to squash the bots, I think we actually need to charge for this so that, because right now when you put up a free drop on Atomic Hub, the bots come in and they take it. So we're actually going to put a price on this. It's not going to be a lot, but the limit will be $9.99. So if
even the bots come in and they're snagging those little ones. If it's a small little fee, the bots still go ahead and snag.
This will be $1 million for the first 999 people. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But whatever it is, you go to badco.in/India. Okay. Badco.in/India is where you're going to find this NFT. We'll figure out after the show, after we record, how we're going to mint and distribute it, but you will find it at badco.in/India. They might be gone really quick by the time you hear this. So go right away if you would like this commemorative NFT.
You got to at least go look at it because it's pretty hilarious. There's been several different artists and folks who have made NFTs and artwork out of us. This one is, I actually want to see what I would look like in the full garb, not just the head. I need to see the full fat jolly body and like what clothes I would be wearing in that. I need to see me in some various Kama Sutra positions. I need to see what that would look like with the
so I
with a
promised you.
non-flat chested woman. Let's do the whole series with Travis Kama Sutra.
We'll call it the Travis Sutra.
Travis Sutra. That'd be perfect.
Daddy
And then they
Sutra.
could do the Joel Kama Sutra one too. So there could be two different ones.
As long
I
as
want
they're
to see
separate.
Joel in all his demon positions there going tapping that ass.
It's not a demon. Yin and yang. It's good and evil. Both. I mean, we all have a shadow side, right? It's who knows what evil lurks in the heart of man? The shadow knows. I just totally dated myself there.
Yes. So, okay, I promise you, Travis, there would be a few Kama Sutra positions which you would be shown in as this particular NFT. I'll be releasing a series about it. And just give me the specification of the women, what you want in them.
Well, you one of each. It's if I'm King Daddy of the of sugardaddy.com, like you said, just get just a plethora, flat chested all the way to ginormous chested and everything in between. So why not?
You know what's amazing? We even talked a little crypto on this interview. Ayush, you're a smart young man. You're very entertaining. You're very creative, and obviously you're going to go far. Whoever your parents choose to be your bride is going to be a fortunate woman. So she doesn't know it yet, but her parents will have chosen wisely. Is there anything else you want to tell us about crypto in India in the future that, as far as what your vision is and where you hope things go?
See, if I have 2 to 3 minutes, I will like to dictate you a story.
Please tell us a story. We're gonna gather around here. I'm gonna get the popcorn and
let the 50 people outside your room come in and we can all gather around.
Yeah, sure. I wouldn't mind that. Should I?
Sure, bring them in. Let's go. Tell them come on in. Just tell them they need to be quiet and they need to listen to the story. Okay, here comes everybody.
All right,
this is great. Hi.
Hello, family.
Can they hear us? They can't hear us.
No, they can't. Just a second.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
So we would love to hear your Indian accent now.
Okay, I can very much pull my Indian accent out because I have met enough Indian people in my life that I know I can be doing this. Very nice to meet you all.
We are very much fans of Ayush. He is a very smart man. We like him very much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, now we want to hear you do an American accent.
Yeah, they don't know American accent. They have never been to America. My daughter can try.
I would love to have some hamburgers.
Yes, that's very good. That's nice. Very nice attempt there. Well, you promised us 50 people. You brought us 3 lovely people.
Yeah, rest are not family. I cannot include them. They won't leave the house after that.
That's very good. Well, Ayush has been very helpful today on this interview. We recorded a podcast that's going to go out to our audience here soon, and we're going to make him famous.
Yeah. So who's the one responsible for his sense of humor? Because his mom and dad, are you guys both funny? Because he's hilarious.
I guess that would be my dad. He's pretty funny.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Dad, what do you do for a living?
He's the senior vice president of SGFC Bank. He's a banker, a financial
banker. So what does he think of crypto?
He thinks it's pretty early to invest in right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very good.
What is a new product for India? It's not a mature market for India as of now, but later on it will mature accordingly to that requirement.
Very good.
Yeah. So Joel, can we start with the story?
Yes, let's hear your story, and the family is welcome to stay, or they can go.
Nice
Okay,
to meet
bye-bye.
you all.
So see, this story starts in 1649 with Thomas Hobbes, right? There is this English philosopher who starts saying he starts with a concept called Leviathan, which is the concept of a state, right? There is a biblical monster called Leviathan. He compares it to the state, that people have to transfer their rights to this state and they cannot make any decisions. And after that comes John Locke. John Locke writes about a book, and then he comes with a concept that some particular rights are human rights, like right to liberty, right to property, right to life, and these rights cannot be transferred. So after that, then comes Montesquieu, right? And Montesquieu says that a central authority, see, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So a centralizing authority is not great. We should have checks and balances. And he divided the particular state into legislative, judicial, and executive, right? And see, these checks and balances are what your constitution is based upon, right? Your American Constitution is based upon this. But Rousseau came. Rousseau said all these contracts, everything. This is something made by the rich to make the poor more vulnerable. And we need a contract from the whole society. Whole community should come together. And now we have it. We have it in the form of blockchain. We have it in the form of smart contracts. This is a revolution. We are not talking about advancement in financial sector. We are not talking about advancement in technological sector. This is not Web 3.0. This is a revolution. This is a revolution will transfer rights to the people. This is a revolution that will change the fucking world. It will remove intermediaries. It will remove nation states. It will remove everything, and it will make poor more integrated in the system. So hence, I want you guys to spread the message. We would be the first to start this revolution. People laugh at people when there is change, but this is what the political philosophy of human civilization has been leading to for last 600 years, and we will be a part of this.
Wow, that's beautiful. I love it. And we certainly, we're honored and privileged and really kind of surprised whenever we're part of something that leads anybody, because we're just two dudes talking crypto and we're having fun. But, hearing from you that in India, we're making an impact, and that along with you want to help bring this awareness and change. It's honoring, and thank you.
It's just too humble, you saying that you are just making some change. You are an inspiration, and I am not understating it, and I am not trying to butter you up. This is what it is. You are like the first people we are listening to.
How you feel about that, Travis?
It's pretty amazing. I you know what? I didn't even realize that we were showing up in India that much because of the cuss words, and so I remember it was like, early on, that we was always editing them out so that we could like get it show up on India. And then we never were showing up in India. So to hear that we have been through Spotify and through some of the other stuff, that's amazing. So thank you for those kind words, Mr. Dr. Ayush, Sir Lord Dr. Ayush Gaur. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on Bad Crypto, brother.
Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Joel. Thank you for having me.